as well. Absolutely.
Madagascar, huh?
So we ain't done, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
We will see. All right, this is what we've all been waiting for. We've been anticipating this. It is the World Tour Final 2024 from Hong Kong. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice. Bas Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. We start off in Pool A with Oob Wishan in E and Liman. Oob, who won 5 events this year, led the league, #1 in the World Tour rankings. Liman with no Masters wins this season. But remember in 2021, when they won the World Tour Final, they also didn't win a Masters that year. He's got a Masters stroke. Stojanovic from the right wing. Count those. Two-piece with the contact.
Look, Stojanovic is a creative offensive player. He's got a good shot, and even though he's stepping in because of injury, I think he adds a new dynamic to the squad. They got a secondary creator next to Kojic. I like that.
Stojanovic, 5 events played this year, 3 points per game. Numbers won't jump off the page at you, honestly. 33% from the field, and he misses the free throw. But he's a pesky defender, and he's young. It's like his battery never empties.
You're right. You're right. He's got a motor. He keeps going. He hustles. And again, he's young, but he's been active at the big stage, right? Was in the finals of the Under-23 World Cup a few years ago. Lost that game, but he's been in big games.
It's true. And we've seen him kind of grow up before our eyes this year, as Liman have had to depend on him a lot more. Popovic starting on the bench. Barac with the rock up top. He'll get it over to Branquilla. Branquilla to the Maestro. Inside, he will find Barac, and Barac will deliver it. Nim Diesel using that strength.
This is what Barac gives the squad, a pick and roll vertical target. He can catch that lob, finish it in one go, or like this, wait a little bit, and then hit the layup.
Baz, I love this group.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I do too.
I love this group. Think about all these guys who played in the summer in Novi Sad, who grew up in one of the Lemans, Leman 2, 3, 4, one of them. They have battled and fought for years for spots on the national team, on the World Tour, in Challengers. There's no shortage of familiarity. They know the personnel, they know skill set, they know what their sets are.
Yeah, they know each other very well, but this season so far, that's worked out in Oob's favor.
Ooh, Strange. He hit that from the Strand. 3-2. The Strand is the beach in Novi Sad.
Yeah, figured.
Pull up. Oh, no. Travel before the shot. Vasic on that Olympic team in Paris this year that didn't turn out the way that Serbia had hoped, along with Strahinja, Majstorovic, and Brankovic. That foul is going to put Dr. Strange on the line, the world #1, by the way, in case you didn't know. Picked up MVP honors just last week in Shenzhen to cap the regular season. Was not his best tournament. I think he'd even say that. He averaged 6 points a game, 1 of 12 from 2 range, though. But 3 MVPs, Shenzhen, Macau, and Debrecen this year. Dr. Strange will miss the free throw. Been pretty good, actually, from the stripe this year, so somewhat of a shock to see him miss that free throw. 76%. He missed that one, too, but luckily for him, it's a lane violation. So he'll get another shot.
I'm curious about the fouls for Liman. I went into the lineup data and checked out the tournaments that this group of players for Liman had played together. And only small sample size, 1 tournament, but they fouled 9 times per game.
Well, Liman have had an issue fouling this season. They're over the penalty threshold. They average 7.7 a game. That's not good.
No. No, that's not a place you want to be in, especially against a team that's beaten you on average by 4.5 points per game this season on the Masters.
Well, Liman jumped out to a 2-0 start. It's been a 4-0 run for Oob ever since. The turnaround fader from the league's leading scorer is no good. Barac to Brankovic. Barac will check out. We've seen Nemanja and Nenad Naranjas kind of alternate here late season. They decided to make the switch to Barac here for the World Tour final.
Well, I think there's one stat that backs that up as Brankovic gets free for a layup without anybody being there. Look, I think one stat backs that up. Again, went into the lineup data, and for Oob, this squad shoots on average 37% from 2. Their average for the season as a team is 31%. So they shoot it better with Barac on the squad.
You know, yeah, and Barac doesn't shoot too many of them, but
he shoots it at a decent percentage, but I think it might be down to quality of screens.
Yeah, that was just what I was thinking. 5-2. Barac 9 events this year. That's 2 more than the Eliminator. A 3-point Oob lead. This is game 1 of the World Tour final from Hong Kong as Popovic will get his own rebound. The extra effort plays is what he brings to this team. Stojanovic to the house. Got a foul red after the made bucket. Stojanovic is hyped up.
He's fuming.
He got no chill right now. He's going to have to cool off while he gets a rest on the bench. Oob with 5 fouls and 5 points. And that one is taken away. Look at these two legends. Kojic, number 2 on the all-time scoring list. Majstorovic, number 1 on the all-time scoring list. And neither one of them do anything because there's a foul underneath.
There's been fouls and fouls to start this game. Both teams in a hackathon.
Oh, my God. That's a good one. 10 fouls in 2.5 minutes?
Yep.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Uh-oh. Vasic goes down, holding his right shoulder. He's not exactly being treated like a Brate. Oh, actually, no, he was setting the screen.
He was, and I think that might have
just collided with Brankovic.
Yeah, and it might have been a stinger in his shoulder. That's gonna hurt.
Well, he's all right, it seems. Majstorovic gives it up. Barac had the right idea, but that active hands in the paint broke up the pass attempt. Dejan Majstorovic will get it started. Top 5 this year again in terms of total scoring. His 11th season. Oh, he had him lost in the abyss and did knock down the shot. Maestro still got that jab in his bag at 36.
He does, and I think Kojic was expecting him to shoot right away. Small details here. Kojic knows Majstorovic so well that he checked that ball to his non-shooting hand.
That was a good observation. I didn't recognize that. Yeah. But he had him all shook up. Didn't make the shot. Kojic, Chef Koya delivers the dish.
How often have we seen that pick and roll between Kojic and Vasic over the years?
You know, not only does Kojic lead the league in scoring, he leads the league in key assists. That's because the attention that he draws, that'll get some attention. Doc Strange on the baseline, bringing the base. 6'4", Stojanovic getting tricky with it. Needle threaded, dime delivered. Great pass there from Stojanovic. Branquilla, oh, plenty of contact. Kojic is gonna walk it off. He knew that he committed a foul right there, which is the 7th on Leman. 2 free throws were coming one way or the other.
Both teams are so deliberate with their movement behind screens, and it's so tough to stick with them because of that. And I think that's where a lot of these fouls come from. Being late on a shot contest, you know, maybe undercutting a player slightly, as you can. This is not the same play, is it? No.
That's the first shot of the game from Stojanovic.
Thought we were going to get the same play, but it's all good. Anyway, I think that's where a lot of fouls come from. The deliberateness on the screens for the offensive teams, and then being a slight tad bit late on the defensive end.
Well, we got a 6-5 game, and obviously a lot of fouling going on. 7 fouls apiece.
Marko Brankovic, gold medalist, FIBA 3x3 World Cup 2022. FIBA 3x3
Branquilla knocks it down. Brankovic, 10 events played this year, 4.6 points per, 82% at the free throw line. 5th in key assists, so he's still top 5. And the Beast will stroke it in again. 3-point lead, Oob. Trying to get Kojic free. Kojic gets a look anyway, sees it roll off the iron. And you worry about, if you're a Leman fan, you probably worry about being too one-dimensional. Oh, you got to watch your meniscuses. That was between the knees.
Barac is such a big target on that pick and roll. Able to go vertical with it as well.
And look at that perimeter defense.
Yeah, I mean, they give up a little bit of creation with Naranjic being out, but they gain a better shooter and they gain maybe a better pick and roll target.
That's debatable. I mean, I like Naranjic. I like Naranjic a lot too.
Yes,
of course, MVP in Amsterdam this year. Big body. I think he and Barac really are. They're the definition of interchangeable. I think he's a little bit better scorer on the inside than Barac is.
He is, and he's a better rebounder when it comes to numbers.
The postman delivers.
Here comes Doc Strange. He decides to get it rerouted. Mike Stortovich has not gotten many free looks. That's going to cost him a possession. The thievery, the delivery. Popovich inside. Leman back within a possession. Barac, give me that. You take this. So we got a 10-7 game. Approaching the midway point from Hong Kong. The World Tour Final. Dejan Majstorovic, who won 4 World Tour Final titles with Novi Sad, and obviously the last 2 with Oob. He'll set the screen for Branquilla. Drainage. 5-point game. Oob on top. That one lofted inside to Vasquez. You know that's going to be a bucket. Vasquez converted 80% of his 1-point attempts this year. That one gets him within 4, but not for long. String music is queued up.
Problem for Liman is they're fighting 2s with 1s. Oob know very well not to give Kojic any space. They're guarding well on the outside, so Liman's forced to go into that pick and roll, take 1-point shots. Difference in the game right now, 5 points on the back of 4 made 2s for Oob.
That's the difference between these teams. Here's Majstorovic. Well, he was about to take another one of those 2s.
Yeah.
But Oob had that ability. They are the top scoring team in the league on average, and the stingiest defense in the league on average. Kojic will lose his footing. Barac will take that away. He will kick it. Strange finds himself home alone like Macaulay Culkin. He nails it. 16-9, Oob trying to get away with it. Nice shoulder fake there from Branquilla. Leman don't know what hit him.
That's not a Harlem shake, that's a Novi Sad shake.
Giving their own take on it. 8 point. Make that 10. I couldn't even finish the sentence. Doc Strange getting in on it. Down to a 9-point game, but Oob mean business.
A strong start for Oob. I mean, look, you know they want to have that 3-peat, but this is a blowout.
I didn't see this one going this way.
Well, about 2 minutes ago, it wasn't this way.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked to see, obviously, Oob win. They are the favorite, but they beating the brakes off of Leman right now.
I'm saying, like, the average margin of victory this year was just over 4 points. We're at a 9-point difference right now. But again, let me remind you, it was 10-7 just a short few minutes ago.
Well, it is now 19-9. Am I right? No, 19-10. So a 9-3 run for Ub and E. They ain't done yet. Dr. Strange taking them to the office. Vasquez underneath. The Olympic teammates, they collide, and that ends up being a score, one that probably will not matter. It definitely will not matter. In fact, with 3 minutes to play, Uba's going to get a point. It just matters when. Quick over. Majstorovic. There's a duet for Mr. String Music. 22-11. Beat down to start this World Tour final in Hong Kong. Ooh-wee.
What a game. And again, the difference in this game, the shooting. Oob got loose. And I want to say they hit about 7 twos in this one. Liman, I don't think, hit one. Maybe they got one from Stojanovic early.
I thought they did a great job chasing Kojic off of the 2-point arc. They knew that he was really the most potent offensive